Today is I just realized YouTubers like to shoot in their cars a lot, and now I'm doing it. So today is the day that I have to go in and clean out my classroom. I haven't been in my school in like 5 weeks, something like that. It feels a little weird. Last time I was in here, we had portfolio night. So we had a night where students like put all their work on display, art projects, writing projects, things of that nature. And we had a big celebration, and now I'm coming up to the school to clear up my classroom. And like I said, the last time I was here, I thought I was coming back on Monday, didn't come back. So this should be interesting. I haven't been in here in what feels like forever. What a reminder. Thanks, Amber. I guess I don't really need this on in here, but I'm the only one in here. It's a lot to process and take in. I don't want to hold everyone up. Our CEO is waiting for us out in the hallway, like as people are cleaning out. Some people aren't coming back this year, so they're cleaning out their classrooms fully. I think I'm supposed to kind of do that, but I never really do. Like at the end of the year, like I don't take all this stuff down. Like there's too much stuff. I am going to take stuff off the walls so they can paint, but that's about it. It's a lot. I need a minute. I'll be back. I hope this sounds all right. I didn't want to bring like a mic or a ring light and all that rig in with me today. It's just weird to see certain stuff that you're not sure like when you're going to see it again, or like, am I going to use it at home? Should I bring things home so I can use them in my classes when I'm teaching for my laundry room? So like all these books that I don't usually bring home that I like, so like Graffiti Lives I used to reference in my hip hop class, or like when we create children's books, like all the children's books that I have in my classroom, like am I going to need those next year at the beginning of the year to teach lessons with? This is stuff that I don't like. There's too much stuff in my room that I don't usually bring it all home with me, so it's trying to think ahead a little bit, and I didn't plan on that. Like this is like a decision I'm making in the moment to try and figure this out. So, and then other stuff that's like all the little tchotchke stuff, R2D2 and Hourglass. Like, do I take all this stuff home? Do I leave it here? Magic 8-Ball. No one needs a bathroom pass now, kids. Shakespeare. This is from Caffeinated Classroom, and Kate the Sleepy Teacher got me this. It's kind of a big deal. Sometimes like drink coffee out of this in the hallway. It's pretty fun. Ukulele. Sounds like this experience. This one's for you, Unicorns Rock. So I'm trying to think of like supplies I could use at home, like whether it's Post-its or pens or pencils or markers or things to create stuff for students, like or create lessons to make stuff engaging. So that's what I'm trying to weigh out. So I'm actually going home with a lot more than I thought I was going to. And then trying to think of like, I'm also thinking that I brought the wrong car. I should have brought my wife's car instead of my car. So now I get to look like Sanford and Son again. So that's a good thing, I guess. Just real quick, what I'm thinking about here while I'm finishing up cleaning up my room. Oddly emotional to be in here because you see that like just a minute ago, things were written on the wall that I erased. Finding things that students left in the room, finding books that I had to give back to kids, coming in and there's still homework piled on the front, or there's my computer still sitting there because I didn't think I was gonna need it. There's just that, it's like there was someone here a moment ago and now it's gone. Or all the portfolio stuff that's still in the hallways on the wall. Or standing in the front of my room, looking out at the desks and thinking like, I remember where all these students sat. It's crazy. And knowing that I don't know when I'm gonna be back here again. I don't know when I'll be in this classroom again. I don't know if we'll come back in September. I don't know if we'll come back in November. I don't know if we'll come back at all next year. It all is something that is, you know, it's the great unknown at the moment in education. And so the idea even of like, what would I need to take home to start the year next year? Or how, then I start thinking about things like, how would I possibly build relationships with students online from the jump next year, or build engagement in my classroom at the beginning of the year next year? And that fills me with a lot of like anxiety. So I kind of just don't go there, right? Like I just stop the conversation. And I think instead, what needs to be done today? What can I do today? So like, what books can I take home and read? What books do I want my students to read and I haven't had a chance to read them yet that I want to read? What books do I just love and I want to take home and read? What things can I take home that are going to be still fun, that I can still use in my videos? What stuff can I take home that I can put in my background, in my laundry room little corner that I'm in, that I can make it look a little bit like my classroom, like there's a vibe of Reynolds in there, because my classroom is all vibe, right? Like I intentionally created a classroom that didn't have a lot of like noun and verb posters up or how to complete a sentence. There's no rules on my wall at all, and that was a personal choice because I wanted my classroom to inspire wonder and creativity and comfort in my students, and not you know, a bunch of rules that are going to tell you if you do something wrong, what's going to happen. And that's, you know, I'm down, like if you have that in your classroom, that is a personal choice. And I don't diss that at all. But I know that for me, that's not what I wanted to try something else. You know, really, I think I'm supposed to take everything out, but like, bro, what am I doing with that tree? Am I taking that to my house and putting it in my living room? All these flying books, those took forever to put up there. This giant piece of art back here from Amber, from Amberella, you can read about her in the book as well. I can't take that thing home. All these bookshelves that I drilled into the wall, or this cityscape that I have up here, like it's just not gonna happen. Or what about all the other crap that I made and bought myself? Like this giant crazy desk over here, or this gnarly looking, I got a new couch, it's really ugly, look at it. Kayla got it for me, and it's like your grandmother who was losing her sight ordered it from JCPenney catalog off of a picture that was the size of a quarter. So even all this stuff back here is just all cleared out, but it's like things are just shoved in there so they're not in the way. So I guess they can still clean the school, but I've never taken this much stuff down ever. Like all the posters that were up here and everything out of these lockers in the back, and even the book ledges up here in the front, like all this stuff has been removed. All the posters that were up here, all the tons of stuff I had hanging up here. So that's all been removed and it's all shoved in my car, but this is as good as it's gonna get. It kind of feels a little bit like when if someone passed away and you're clearing out their house, like that has that vibe. Like this has that vibe a little bit to it. And so, yeah, I know I'll be back here. I know school's gonna still be awesome. So I guess a good place to end this is a weird angle, I don't know why I'm doing this, but is what can I do to this room next year? How is this going to look going forward? What can I get excited about? And how much more excited will we be when we come back to school? I couldn't live with that angle. How much more excited are we gonna be when we come back to school? Like to go even starting next year potentially online, and then coming back to a classroom that I love. Like I love being in my room. I've made everything in here. Everything is completely customized, from, you know, the tree and the shelves and the city and the drawings all over the walls and stuff. Like how exciting is that going to be to come back next year? How exciting is it going to be to actually interact with a student, to actually get up and engage and do stuff? How exciting is it going to be to like work with your partners and stand like hallway duty is going to be a breeze next year because I'm going to have friends near me that like I've been longing to be near again. And so I'm really excited about that. So when I get down and I start thinking about how much distance learning is problematic and all the pitfalls in it and all the worry I have for students and the kids I haven't been able to check on their social emotional health, like, or the people that I work with that like literally energize me to come into the building and do the work that I need to do, that how awesome will it be to all be together again next year is something that thrills me. And so I try and stay in that space in my head instead of, you know, thinking about like all that has been lost or all that we don't have right now. And I'm excited to get a haircut again because this get out of control. The only problem really that I can't get around for next year is if you've been a teacher for a month, you've developed a very, very strong skill that is the ability to control your bladder for an enormous amount of time. And I've gotten used to peeing whenever I want. And I think when I come back next year, I don't know if I'll be able to go a full period without going to the bathroom. So I don't really know how to handle that. If they create, you know, like in classroom urinals or something like that, or I start wearing Depends to school. I don't know how to handle that, but that one makes me nervous. That's it. I'm probably gonna wish that I did a better job on this. I'm probably gonna wish that I thought of some more stuff to talk about because I don't know when I'm gonna be back up here again, but there's a lot going on today. Like this is a lot of input all of a sudden. So I'm gonna leave it. The irony in that. I'm gonna leave it there, everyone. Peace.